How are we doing today? My name is Chef Sean Michael O'Rourke, and I'm with the Culinary Academist Academy. And today we're going to make Michigan strawberry cheesecake. Now, cheesecake's very simple to make. I'm going to give you the procedure, and then I'm going to show you how to medicate it. Now, the reason we're medicating this cheesecake today is I had a phone call from one of our patients, and she has cancer, and she's craving some Michigan strawberry cheesecake. Now, the great thing is, once she has a little piece of cheesecake, it gives her appetite back. And really, that's the most fulfilling thing about my job, other than the fact that I can make beautiful cheesecakes, right? So, you can make it medicated or not medicated, but today for our patient, we're making it medicated. So when I'm going to make cheesecakes, I take graham cracker crust, I ground them up, and sugar. I'll do 3 and 3. Alright? Because I'm going to make in half sheet tray of this, alright? Now, at home, I had a friend of mine said, hey, Sean, do I need to go get a springform pan? You can. And when I'm making a medicated like this, I don't do it in a springform because it's harder to portion out. Because really, this is medicine. She's going to want to eat 1 square of this, which will equivalent to 2 grams of medicine, and that's going to be enough for her to ease her pain. If you're making it in this, it's going to be a little more difficult. But like I said, you can take this recipe, you can make it any way you want. You can also get these little disposable containers from the Myers or your local store, and you can make them in there and then eat them out of there, and that's an easy way to do it also. But if you're making cheesecake, you start off with graham crackers. Graham cracker crust is graham crackers ground up, sugar, and butter. Now this is butter, B-U-T-T-E-R, and this is butter, B-U-D-D-E-R, okay? Now the butter here, I have 4 sticks, that's like 58 grams of medicine. I'm only making 24, so that I really only need 48 grams of medicine to make them 2 grams per. So, in the crust, I'm going to add, let's say, 1 stick of the medicine, because I want a little bit of that love in there. I want the medicine going through the entire cheesecake. This way I find that the flavor never is overpowering. Of course, when you cook the butter the way I do, it comes out tasting like toasted pecans. So you're not going to have to worry about too much about that raw ganja flavor. Now, this is just regular butter. I need this in the crust because I find after I cook all the milk whey out of the can of butter, it doesn't bond and make this crust stay together after baking. So, that. Now, the thing is, you want it to be, you want it to hold together like that. You see that? Now, you could put all can of butter in here, but it won't hold together very well like that. I'm going to put it onto a sheet here, and I'm going to separate it out, spread it out, nice and even. Mixing this stuff properly is very important because you want to distribute the medicine so that each piece gets the same amount, so that it's always the same effect when our patients are eating this. Patients, that's right. So you have to be clean, you have to be sanitized, you have to, wear your hat and your glove, and you have to bleach wipe everything down. This is for patients, so for goodness sakes, be careful. If you're making it at home, you can do whatever you want. If you're not making it for patients, you can do whatever you want. But I'm making it for patients, so I'm going to be holier than thou. So, you have this like this. I'm going to hand it off to my assistant here, Nick. Nick's going to pop it in the oven. Here you go. Then, I take cream cheese. I'm going to put the cream cheese into the mixing bowl. And this cream cheese I let soften at room temp for about an hour. Not a long time, because it's dairy, so I can't let it sit out of, at room temp for a long time, at least not over 4 hours, because that would be unsanitary. I'm dealing with patients, so I have to be very, very careful. It's room temperature, starts to mix up. Now, the main thing when you're making cheesecake over here, Nicholas, is that we mix and stir and scrape the bowl, because nobody wants big hunks of unmixed cream cheese in the cheesecake. So, we scrape the bowl down every 5 minutes. All right. Then you get sugar. 2 cups of sugar. Then I scrape the bowl down. Nick can't wait till he gets to be the guy scraping the bowl down. He's working on it though. Nick's one of our patients, but he also has that patience. So, I've got sugar, I have cream cheese. I start to mix up. Now, it all depends on how much medicine you actually want to put in. Me, I put in about 48 grams of medicine to make 24 little individual cheesecakes. So, this here is our can of milk. I'm going to let this mix up a little. Now, for 1 shot, that's 3 grams of medicine. That might be the strongest stuff I make. Add your eggs, 4 of them, 1 at a time. We're going to scrape the bowl down in between every egg. Now this can of milk, we'll add, because we're going to kick another, gram count into it. Just to make sure it does its job. Another egg. Yeah. And show some love. This is what it's all about. Love's the main ingredient in everything we make. We're making food for patients. This is just, strawberries are growing up in Michigan. We're putting cheese, sugar, and eggs together. Really, it's more fun than a chef should be allowed to have. I won't throw the exact same thing. Not at all. So, now, let this get mixed up. I'm going to scrape it down again. And I'll let that keep mixing. Then I'm going to get the crust for Nick that's been in the oven now, baking away for a few minutes. And it comes out, now it's baked up and ready to go. Now I got some vanilla beans I added into this. So now all we really need, you got vanilla, you got sugar, you have love, because that's the main ingredient. You got cream cheese, you have eggs, we need some medicine. So this is the point in which we'll just start to add some butter, B-U-D-D-E-R, and some green milk. It's delicious. We mix those in. You got to be very careful when working with this because you don't want to change the structure of the cheese. And what we're going to do, there you go. Let's take this here, we give it one more stir to make sure. So we have cream cheese, we have sugar, vanilla, eggs, can of butter, love, because that's the main ingredient. We're going to spread it all up into here, like this. I know our patients love these. Yeah, I know I love making them. So, look at that. Beautiful. Cheesecake. Very simple to make, right? I'm going to pass this off to my Nick. And I will have a pan of water in my 280 degree oven, but for this thin of a cheesecake, it's going to bake in 25 minutes. This cheesecake will bake in 2 hours, but you only go at like 280 degrees, have a little bit of moisture in a pan in there so it cooks nice and slow. I like to pass it off to Nick. He'll pass me the one we already finished because we only have so much time here today. And what we have here is Michigan strawberry top, beautiful, medicated cheesecake. Which I know what I'm happy to make. Our patients will be happy. So I am Sean Michael O'Rourke. I am looking forward to feeding you later.